2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier.
Thank you very much.
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. Here's the starting group for Houston. Out on the perimeter, Green and Gordon. Wood out there with Jayshawn Tate. And it's Paul in at the point. And for the Hawks, Collins and Capella man the post positions. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Duarte in at the two-guard position. You can feel the excitement for the new season. And Greg, when you were playing, is there an opening day that really stands out in your mind?
Back in '95, I think it was, when we started the season with back-to-back wins. The team was feeling good. Then we promptly lost 21 straight.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Paul surveying the floor. Three-pointer hits it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Young against Paul. Back to Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Shots good from Young.
And some crafty inside play from Young, finding a way around the defense to get his shot.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Paul with the three. Rebound by the Hawks.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And finish off by Collins.
What a look. Young providing the dime. A really unselfish player.
Here's Paul, and Paul slams it in.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Yep, it counts.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got 8. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Young. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Paul.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Tate. Paul with the bucket. He's got 10.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
AGA, what about these Hawks? They can really be fun to watch.
Yeah, and they just need to be more consistent, Kevin. It seems they can beat anyone on any day. If they can start doing that regularly, we're talking about big things in the future.
Here's Duarte following the basket by Jalen Green. Hunter for 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. 4-point game. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
You know, when you only see a team twice a year, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are, a good feel for them. And oftentimes, that can lead to a series split.
Here's Duarte. And here's Young from the arc. The putback, and Collins is right there.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Paul. The lead is 2. Unloads. Rebounded by Capella. Tipped away. Paul with the steal. Down low. Here's Wood. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, yes, that goes in. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Call with the bucket.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here is Young. Collins finds Young. Here's Duarte. Clock at 6. Back to Young. Three-pointer. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
And this is Young's mentality, ready to shoot the rock as soon as he catches the pass.
Over in the corner, Green. Back to Paul. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Paul's got 14 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now, here's Hunter. Young with no one around. No good from outside. Young against Paul. The pass to Tate. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Young, no good.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. Ball against Young. From 18 feet away. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
2 points. That one goes.
Capella's a capable scorer from the interior. Nice job there.
Rockets leading by 3. Here's Paul. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collins. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Houston.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Hunter against Wood. Back to Paul. Ripped away. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Hunter, no one around him. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. That hadn't been done in 49 years.
That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Duarte. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
A high-usage player for a reason. Young takes and makes loads of threes.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The 4th most wins in the league.
The Hawks trail by 4. Now, here is Young. Trae Young is out there with Matthews. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Hunter in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. For the Rockets during the 2010s, Clark, all winning seasons.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest reason that Houston didn't reach the finals in my mind was the West was loaded. The Spurs were always a contender. OKC had a nice run. And, of course, during that time, the Warriors became dynastic.
The rejection by Paul. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Gordon against Hunter. Here's Young. Sweet little floater. Young's got 12 points in the game.
And tonight is why Young is an all-star. He's got incredible scoring ability. Trey can shoulder the load on that end.
And stolen by Okongwu. Young passes to Hunter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
His
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
at the line for Atlanta, DeAndre.
The free throw drops for Hunter. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Boy, that is outstanding body control by Wood. This is a guy that's 7 feet tall, showing you great focus and body control.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Christian Wood has shown himself capable of being a 20 and 10 guy, but now he's looking to show he can be a winner as well.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, thank you very much. The Rockets are in a full rebuild, and they have a young roster which is taking its lumps. But Coach Stephen Silas says we very rarely give up. This team has a lot of fight, character, and grit, and we are learning. Kevin, it's a long process. It's worth doing.
Yep, no shortcuts, David, but the journey is the reward. They're building from the ground up. It's fun to watch, and we thank you for that story. And you hear about impacting, winning. How does Wood, Greg, take the next step in that regard?
Well, Kevin, we know he can make shots and block shots. I think it's just about consistency and decision-making. And then defensively, I think he's more than capable.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Lets it go from 11. Puts it up from 12. They get it again. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Young.
And how about Young being active and getting after it on the glass? This type of play demonstrates leadership. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Paul can't get it to go. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, we talk about it all the time. Hard work pays off, and Wood works extremely hard to fight for the finish he wanted there.
Young inside. Defended by Paul. They get it back.
Well, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way, but he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Wall in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Young. That one falls. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Paul. He's got 26. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
3 points.
Paul's got 29 in the game. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-'90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
Good work there as it goes.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To the inside, Okongwu. Paul with the defensive effort. And here's Houston. They're on a 20-6 run. Eric Gordon on the wing. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Houston.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
A nice shot by Young.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Ball against Young. Paul kicks to Gordon. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Paul with the steal. Pass to Wood. Outside Gordon. Houston moving it around. And they double up Paul. The tray. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Kicks it out to Paul. From the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. Paul's got 40 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach couldn't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. John Collins comes in for Gallinari. And Chris Duarte is subbed in for Matthews. Rockets leading by 23. Paul passes to Wood. Outside Gordon. Paul against Young. And they double up Paul. Young with the steal. Now Hunter. 6 points for him. Pass to Collins. Paul against Capella. He kicks it to Hunter. And the pass to Duarte. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Paul with the 3, and again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Here is Hunter. Collins looking around. It's Young on the wing. And that one's on target from the wing. Young's got 25 points in the game.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Paul against Young. Paul kicks to Wall. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Wall's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
Wall actually can score from anywhere on the floor, but he likes to keep the triples flowing, just to keep the defense on its toes and respecting his jump shot.
Paul outside. The dish to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Poked loose. Paul with the steal. Paul. And Paul stays with it. Paul's got 45 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Collins finds Hunter. And here's Young. To halt the run. And there it is for him. He's got 27.
And from this range, Young is automatic. Let him shoot, and he'll knock those down.
Young against Paul. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Orte. Right wing.
2 minutes remaining in the
Nice
first
ball
half.
movement here by Atlanta. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Tate, he's checked in for the Rockets. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 47 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Passes it to Wood. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the wing on the left. Here's Duarte. The rejection by Paul. Here's Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Well, Wall giving me some evidence of that bounce. Throwing it down with authority.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Duarte. Back to Young. The rejection by Paul. And he's able to get it back. And they're able to recover. And it's denied. And he's got a 5-by-5. And they get it back. Shots good from Young.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he is having an unbelievable game from three-point range. How long can he keep this up?
The kick out to Young. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. From downtown, it's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Atlanta with the ball. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Vast. And now with the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And for Houston, their shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Checking out the group for Stephen Silas to start the second half. Out on the perimeter, Green and Gordon. Jayshawn Tate out there with Whiteside, and it's Paul in at the point.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now. Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Paul for three. That one doesn't go. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Now the pass to Duarte for three, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
Wood, he's checked in for Whiteside. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done, he plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
And the dunk by Capella.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Paul left side. Paul is doubled. Gordon dishes to Paul. 6 to shoot. Pass to Wood. And here's Gordon from outside. Kept alive. Paul. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Paul's got 54 points.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Bobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Really a smart look that time by Wood, giving the ball up to his wide-open teammate.
Hawk shooting, not great. 40% for the game. To the paint. And finished off by Wood.
Wood flying up to slam down the alley-oop emphatically.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Young passes to Collins. Knocks it loose and taken away by Paul. Moving it up. Here's Tate. Looks for Paul. Gets it to him. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks the triple. Young's got 32 points in the game.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans. He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Paul with the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Paul's got 59 points.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, some people call John Collins John the Baptist for how he dunks over defenders. He says, the game is slowing down for me. I'm able to see my spots. I want to continue to build on that and be looked at as a pillar, a guy that can be counted upon. Kevin, it seems he's hungry for more. Back to you.
He's a big-time dunker, that's for sure, looking to reach his full potential. David, thanks. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Passes it to Collins. Here's Capella to the left side wing. Here's Duarte. It's hauled in by Wood. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Green finds Paul. Paul is doubled. Puts it up from 15. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And the call is going to be... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Atlanta. High post Young, 37 points for him. And it's put back up and in by Capella. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Boy, if you don't block out Clint Capella, the put-back throwdown is exactly what you get. Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Duarte passes to Capella. The rejection by Paul.
The quickness, the change of pace with the dribble. Young, so difficult to stop without fouling.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnovers, doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Tate against Collins. And here's Gordon from outside. They get the rebound.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs...
And so it's Houston with it. They've got Young, DeAndre Hunter out there with Gallinari. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Duarte in a shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Inside, here's Gallinari. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella, and it's Cooper in for Trae Young. Martin's checked in for Houston. Josh Christopher comes in for Jalen Green. Kicks it out to Paul. Over Cooper. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gallinari's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Duarte. Goes up to the stripe. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Paul for 3. Duarte grabs the board.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Cooper with the bucket.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own calls. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe, Greg, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Paul for three. Another miss by Houston.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And so it's Houston with it. Poked away. Gallinari outside. Pass to Duarte. Takes the three. The Rockets pull it in. Paul with the ball. Shoots it up. And the jumper falls for him. Paul's got 17 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Nabbing another steal.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. And another steal for him.
He's been a defensive terror.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here. And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Houston.
Hawks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Herder passes to Gallinari. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Lets it go from 14. Here's Martin. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cooper. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Paul.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Lets the 3 fly. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Cooper. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
His first.
And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generation's often cord cutter. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Down low, here's Cooper. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Cooper's got 7 points for the quarter.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
Yeah, you don't see many triple-doubles often. And I tell you what, his effort and efficiency really on point tonight.
Herder on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Johnson. The rejection by Paul. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Now here's Herder. Johnson, the pass to Herder. 4 on the shot clock. Tries again. No good off the back of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that's a foul called on Kenyon Martin. That'll be his second foul of the game. Hawks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. They get a hand on it. Johnson, the pass to Cooper. The rejection by Paul. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. And it's Paul with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
He swipes the ball away again. Yet another bucket.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Paul, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
His first, team second.
First one falls for him.
Shooting for Houston. Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Paul. Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Outside Covington. Here's Matthews. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Since going undrafted in 2019, Garrison Matthews has earned a role in the league as a sharpshooter.
Yeah, Kevin, he was on 2-way contracts in his first couple of seasons, but proved to be a useful role player in that third season, which led to a guaranteed contract. Good for Garrison because he can flat out shoot it now, and he's found the niche.
And the first one drops. And for a while there, Greg, it seemed like we were entering the super team era. But lately, homegrown talent, players you draft and develop or sign and develop, seems to be the way teams are going.
Yeah, and it's not easy to maintain a culture when you're bringing in stars from outside. We've seen some cautionary examples.
Good, that's another bucket.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record book.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
Takes it out to Covington and taken away by Paul. Martin's in the post. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Martin's got 4 points now in the quarter. The pass to Matthews. Got a piece of it and taken away by Paul. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Cooper with the bucket.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Paul for 3. And another one. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. The three. Şengün with the rebound.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed.
Good, another from three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Pass to Cooper. Will it go? It's rebounded by Houston. Paul's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Rebounded by the Hawks. Here's Cooper. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Houston. Paul's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. They grabbed their own miss. Here's Martin. Kicks it out to Paul. Puts up a three. Good, he hits again.
Can you believe it? He's done the unthinkable and tied the record for most points in a game.
Nobody can deny that this is one of the greatest individual efforts, GA, we've seen, not just in basketball, but I dare say in any sport. Complete scoring dominance.
100 points for him. Still sends shivers down my spine to say it, and this is a game that nobody thought could be matched. Wilt Chamberlain's half-century record has been matched here tonight.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Matthews. Paul kicks to Ennis. Back to Paul. And again.
Kevin, I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
Well, Greg, a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
And Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game has been surpassed. Pick up the phone, let everybody know something special has happened here tonight.
Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W
for the Rockets.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a two-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a two-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
To the wing right side, Paul with the three, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Passes to Cooper from deep. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And Atlanta has possession. Pass to Johnson. Now Huerter. There's the pass to Cooper. Another three for Atlanta.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Paul for three. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Kuminga the pass to Christopher. Here's Paul. And again, the Rockets good for two.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And taken away by Paul. Off target with that shot. So we see Houston taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks with John Wall. John.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the